Hey guys, so welcome to another video. My name is Joe, and in this video we're going to be modeling this Logitech mouse right here. It's a really complicated model. I think this is going to be a really long video because I'm going step by step and I'm not time lapsing. So we're just going to be figuring out topology and everything on the fly, trying to figure out the form and all of the stuff. I think for me I would want to start from the top view, so we're just going to get into it. This can go either of two ways. It can go really bad, and I'll just have to end the video, and it can also go good. I don't think there's any mid ground that's acceptable for me. So we're just going to get going. I think first thing I want to do is just figure out the top surface of this and then curve it and try to get the curvature of the entire model. So let's just go. I'm going to start with the plane and I'll move the plane here. I'm going to quickly reduce the size of the plane, but my pivot point is the 3D cursor. So I'm just quickly going to change to the bounding box and just start plotting out the basic shape of this clicking part. I don't know what this side is called, this part of the mouse is called, and then I'll extrude that again. So what I'm just trying to do with this first part is just basically figure out the topology with as low amount of vertices as I can. So I've gotten this clickable side. I want to get this down part of the mouse. So what I want to do, I'll just extrude all the way to this side. But before I do that, I think a low hanging fruit I can just tap into is duplicate this, then rotate on the other side by 180, and I can move it to this side, scale it a bit. But something I want to take note of is a detail right here. There's a notch right here in the mouse. Let me look for it so I can show you. There's a notch right here in the clickable part. So I want to add another loop on this side, so I can bring this to this side like this. So let me just move down to this, and I've extruded. I'll just extrude down to this side, and then I extrude here just to get the silhouette of this shape. So we can just select this to subdivide. I think I need about 2 subdivision there, and I think we're cool with that. What I just want to do is extrude this out, extrude downward, so we can just get a chord. Let's quickly get a chord going. Let's get some faces going so I can get the form of what I'm doing. So I'm just going to join this with Earth, join this with Earth, and I think this is cool. Something I want to do is extrude this along this place like this, and extrude one more, and then join this like this, right? So I'm going to fill this. So let me just map out the remaining part of this mouse right here. So we have that. What I just want to do is select these 4 edges. I'm going to fill this. I'm not really sure of how I want the flow to go, but let's just figure it out on the fly. And let me fill this. So I'm going to adjust this mesh a little bit, and maybe we can extrude this and just form, and then I can fill this 4 and close it out right here. So what I want to do is figure out how I can join the topology on this side so that we have a nice chord formation. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6. How can I join this? Look, I think it's just a regular, just join this and join this. So we're cool with that. So I'm just going to extrude right here, fill this. Let me add, I think 1 2 3 vertices on this side so I can join all this. So we have that. FFF complete, FFF complete. So I'm just going to adjust the spacing of this with our loop tool and make sure the spaces here are good. So I think we have pretty much a good topology here. The only thing is that I noticed that the normals are flipped, so I'm just going to select this and flip that normal like this. So next thing I'm going to do is bring in a lattice so I can form the surface of this. So I'm just going to bring in a lattice, scale on the z-axis, and I'm going to go to top view and scale on the x-axis. So right here I'm going to reduce this in the z and increase this, I think, with this. So I think we're cool with that. I'm just going to attach a lattice modifier to our mesh and then click our lattice. Click our lattice. So with that, now we can deform our mesh the way we want. So I'm just going to go to the front view, just so we can see the deformation happening properly, I'm going to add a solidify modifier, and we can select, let me click my empty, let me select all these and move on the Z axis. I'm just quickly going to go to the top view and click into edit mode, and I'm just going to start deforming. So with this, I'm going to bring these all down, GZ, select this GZ. This is a really complex model. I don't even know if I should be doing this as a practice model, but I just took on the challenge to see if I can figure it out. We're just trying to get the curvature of the object from the side view. When we're done with the side view, we'll go to the front view to make sure we nail the curvature. So right here, we're just going to select this to GZ, slightly, and GZ. So what I know that we're doing now is trying to achieve that nice curvature that our mesh has. So we're just going to go to the top view and make sure everything is still aligned. And with that top view selected, we're going to go to latize and apply our latize modifier. So what I want to do next is delete this latize, and we have this mesh. I'm going to remove our solidify modifier. So right here, I'm just going to select this edge right here. And what I want to do is go to the top view and duplicate that on this side. So we can rotate, and maybe I'll relax this a bit. So with this, I can map out the shape of this edge right here. So I'm going to extend this out here, and we're going to use our subdivision and just increase the subdivision on this side. So we have this setup. I'm just going to go to our select and select more and just map out the shape from the side view. Let me just dissolve this vertices so I can just bring this down here, and we don't have to bother about those. So we're just going to go to our regular view and just see what this looks like. I think this is cool. The only thing is that we need to match our curvature from here to match this. So this edge here needs to be aligned with this vertex right here. So I'm just going to eyeball this, select the edge, and I'm just going to bring it down slightly. But let me use the guidance of our side view, GZ. So we brought this down. I'm going to select these vertices right here and just move it out the edge. So I think this is a good point, and we bring this down here, bring this down here, and down here. But let's add a loop here. It is already messing up this topology, but it's cool. I just hope that it doesn't get too much. Let's space this out. Let's space this out. Okay, good topology so far. The only topology I'm not feeling is this one right here. So I think I'm just going to remove this edge, and let's see what that looks like. So we have this setup looking good, looking nice. So we're going to go on to getting the rest of this edge and joining it methodically. So I'm going to select this right here, and I'm going to extrude right here, and I'm going to extrude again. I want to extrude in a way that I don't have problem with vertex count or joining the mesh later. So I'm going to extrude, and we'll complete it out here. So after doing that on top view, we need to do that on the side view. So we'll just go to our select more, and I'll just use Shift R to repeat that action. So from here, we're just going to eyeball it, bring it down a bit. I'm going to be fast forwarding some parts that might get repetitive, so it's just the same thing, moving vertices around to figure out the model. So we have this. Cool. I think it's pretty much close. Let me see how subdivision is working. I wish I can maintain this surface right here. This is a very, very sweet surface. I love it so much. So I'm going to try as much as possible not to tamper with this topology right here. Let me remove my subdivision. It's quite deceiving, and switch to a flat surface so I can be admiring the topology. So I'm going to go out here, and I'll extrude, then I'll complete it right here. Oh no, let me extrude one more, and then I'll complete it right here. So this is cool. I'm just going to subdivide this. So with GZ, I think that's cool. I'll come back to, again, what I'm doing is just mapping out the shape from two different views, so I make sure I get the, so that is cool. But I noticed when I was joining here, there was a deficiency of vertex here. So I'm just going to bring this up slightly, and then I noticed that this back is not so well aligned, so I'm just going to bring it down here. And I think this is cool. This is great. The only one that we need to connect right now in distance is this. So I'm just going to go to the top view and then extrude one, extrude again, fine. Okay, so this is cool. We're just going to go to our select mode again. A lot of repetitive action here. Again, this part might be sped up. So we have something that is good. Where I want to start the joining from is from right here. So I want to join this 4, and then I'll fill outward like this. So we have a very nice base right here from the top. You would see why I'm trying to do that. I think the next base I want to join is select this, and I'll just fill out like this. Let's see. Okay, it's complete. Let's do the same for this. I don't know if this is going to be complete. Okay, it's not going to be complete. We already have a twisting vertex. So what I want to do is just adjust this along the line, and let's join again and see what that looks like. F. Okay, that's cool. Okay, remove this vertex and just let's adjust. So what I can do to these things is probably relax it. Let's see what relaxing is going to do. Relaxing works. The only thing is that if I space it, I'm not really in control of the point where the vertices join anymore. So I'm just going to relax. That's cool. That's nice. So I'm going to go to the side view right here, and let me just adjust this because we need, I think this needs some manual adjustment. I don't know if this edge is needed. Okay, no, that edge is needed though, because we need to connect these two together. Let's just adjust stuff. Let's start connecting stuff. We are short of time already. We're already way behind schedule. So I'm going to fill this. I'm going to how do I fill this down here? Do I need this vertex? I don't think so. So I'm going to dissolve this vertex. So we have that. I'm going to fill this also, and then I think we're cool on this. Something I want to do is go to the side view GG, and I want to move this up a bit on this side. Then maybe I can start adding the loops that I need right here. So I can join this to F, and maybe let's add 3 more. Let's see what this joining is going to look like. F. So we see that this is pushing out a little bit. So I'm going to select this loop right here like this, and I'm just going to move this back on the y-axis just lightly. So that's cool. Let me move this back on the y-axis also. So I'm just going to go continue joining right now. So I'm going to add one more edge loop right there. I think this is going to just be a straight joining. Let's see what that looks like under a subdivision. Okay, our mesh is messed up. So let's start relaxing stuff and see how it works. So we're going to go straight on to let's start connecting things and start making sense of this mesh. So I think I want to start connecting from right here. I'll F and then F this, but this is not connecting the way I want it to. Something I can do is probably stop. Let me stop right here. And can I dissolve this? No, I can't, but I can just move it out along the surface. Can I add the edge loop here without disturbing the surface? Yeah, nope, I can't. I'm already disturbing the surface. So something I can do is let's move this back. So I can select this GZ. Let me bring this GZ. Let me bring this down a bit also. So can I dissolve this? I think I'm going to dissolve that. So let's do it like this. Fill this. We fill this also. Then can I add an edge loop here without causing a whole lot of issues? Then I can fill. So we have filled all of those, but then we have something going on here. I think this diamond shape is messing up things on this side. So let's see if I can relax stuff, move stuff, shape things a bit better. I'm going to get back to this later. So let's continue. All right, that's cool. So let's go on to creating the remaining part of this mesh. So we have this. I'm just going to add an edge loop here so that I can select this to and extrude all the way out to this place. So I just want to map this out. On this side we have 1, 2, and then we have 3 all the way to the end. So I can go to the top view, select all those 3, and make sure that they are lined up properly. I'm going to delete the extrusion I just did, and I'll select this edge, go to the side view, and I will GZ just so I can line this guys on the Z-axis. So we go to the Z-axis, extrude, and let's GG. So we can select this, go to the front view. I'm going to extrude downward so we have the extra cushion of this edge right here. So we can select this, move this, and then move this on the side. So I am oh my god, my Nigerianness came out there. So what I'm trying to do is create this edge right here. So with this, I know that I can just come here and bevel this to achieve that edge without having to think too much about that topology. So I'm going to come right here, undo that, and we're going to continue modeling. So the next thing I want to do is create this button right here, this button. So since it's an extension of this, and I'm going to select these edges 1, 2, and I'm going to duplicate out to this side, right? So on this side I can just select this and extrude out to this edge, and on the top view I can just select this. I can select this one I just extruded, and on the top view I can bring it out, GY, right? So that's cool. And on this view I can select this edge, and on the top view E to this side, easy. And we have one more edge on this side. I can go to the top view again and extrude out to the side. So what we have created with this is some kind of a box shape, but what I'm going to do is also come to the top view and GZ downward. So this is matched up properly, and we're going to fill this face. No, that's wrong. I'm going to fill this, fill this face, and then fill this face right here. So what I want to do is just create the internal extrusion. So I'll just go into this edge right here, and let's let's easy. Something I want to do next is maybe select this 2 edge and just bring it down. Let's just create a little square here because we'll need that later to create a shape. So we have that created. I'm just going to move this close because when we start applying subdivision, things begin to fold into themselves. So we need that edge to look consistent. So we have that. I'm just going to click here, duplicate P, right? And then with this I can G along this axis, I can E along here, I can GG, and I can E, and I can F to connect these two. So I have to go to the front view to make sure that works also in the front view. So up top right here, what I'm going to do is make sure I fill this face and then select this edge and then extrude. I'm just going to bring this lightly downward, select this, and then E to this side like this. I'm just going to bring all of this and map it correctly on that angle. So what I want to do is go to the top view and make sure that this right here connects properly. And we're going to bring this backward so that doesn't look awkward, no pun intended. So we're going to select these edges right here and fill. So this is the kind of shape that we're looking for. So this is the shape we're trying to create right here. But with this, you would notice that this front point is not correct. So I'm just going to GG and then GG this backward a bit. So this is cool. So this right here, I'm going to just select this and move this to a different selection and just join these two. So we know that once it's time to start adding detail, I can just select this two and just add a quick bevel to it to achieve the detail that I have here. Let's switch off that subdivision. I'm going to now go next to, let's connect this F, F. So we have that. I think I want to select this and this, right? Then select these edges that I've created right here. Duplicate those lightly. Then select that, separate that selection. I'm going to select these two edges, join it. And with this, what we can do is merge at last. What I'm trying to do right now is dissolve that edge and then just use that to create this shape right here. That is what I'm trying to do with this edge. So we have that. I'm just going to go to the top view and make sure that aligns in the top view. So it aligns. So what I'm trying to do next now is, so we have that. I'm going to go to the top view and select those things I just extruded and bring it down on the Z-axis. Bring this down on the Z-axis also. So we pretty much have the shape that we're trying to achieve right here. I'm just going to select all of it and E on the Y-axis. What I'm going to do next is I want to add an edge loop here, but instead of adding, let me just move this entire vertex to this side, and we can maybe join 1, 2, 3, 4 F. I'm going to just select a random point on this side, and I'm going to extrude out to this side, E to this side, E to this side, and from here we can just fill the face. So I'm going to come to the top view and then separate this selection so I can deal with this separately. Come to the top view. We're going to align this to this button. So we have G and we have GY. So we have it aligned on the Z-axis and we also have it aligned in the front view. So I'm going to select all and just bevel the vertices. We have I think there's a chamfer bevel. So I'm going to select all, fill the face. So I can select this edge loop and then switch from active to bounding box. And then EX, I can use that to make outer shape of the button right here. Let me scale that a bit more. G, then I can select these vertices, bring this down here, select this, bring this down here, select this and bring this right here. So I can select this and bring this to this side. So what I can do now is GY, just a little bit. Let me see from the top view if that's okay. So I can GY up to this point, scale it down, GY, and then from here I can just EY. So we can SY on the zero axis and just zero that out. I can select this, extrude, or let me start from the boundaries, extrude like this, then extrude up to this side. Let me bring this G right here. In between these two, I can subdivide. What I want to do is maybe add an edge loop right here so we can have extrude. I hope that subdivision didn't cause any issue. It did, but you are going to be bringing in that shape. So we're going to be inserting that. And this is the insert right here. So it's not really going to matter at the end of the day. So I'm going to select this GG and I'm going to extrude and extrude. Let me just see if I'm still recording. Almost 1 hour. This is crazy. Almost 1 hour is crazy actually. So let's just go. I think this is actually going to be 2 hours. I'm going to F fill, select this fill, and I can just select this for and fill. Then I can extrude this outward like this, extrude again, fill. So we have the entire side of this right here. So what I can do now is select this entire loop, 1, 2, right? I'm going to select all of this face, and with my Alt E, moment of truth, let's see how this extrudes along the normal. We can extrude 1. So we're cool with this. Something I know that's going to be a problem are these faces. So I'm just going to come select and delete these faces right here. I think I like it, but something I want to do is make sure that this outer ring that rolls all the way is stopping at some point. So I'm going to select all of this, delete these faces, select this, delete this. Okay, So that's cool. That's that about that. I think I want to select these loops again. Then maybe insert. But let me see how the subdivision is working first. Okay, I like my subdivision actually. Can I join these two? Merge at last. Let me see how that subdivision works. Nope, it's not working. So something I want to do, maybe I probably want to separate these two mesh. So I want to select all of these vertices right here and just press V to just make them their own mesh, right? And I just noticed I made a mistake because all of this extrusion inward also includes this side. So I probably want to create their own extrusion separately. So I would, let me remove these faces, delete this and select these 3 faces right here. I'm going to remove, let me select this and then make it a different selection. So I'm going to remove this, then join all of this at last. So I know that I can select these 3 and we can extrude. So I'm going to delete all of these faces right here. And then what I want to do is join this. Merge at last, merge at last, merge at last. So this is a nice insert, I think. The only thing, I'm going to be hiding some of these surfaces right here. So I'm going to select this face and I'll delete this. Let me see how that subdivision works. Terrible. Very, very terrible. So what I can do is maybe select this. This is not joined to anything. And merge at last. And let's see how that looks like. So that is cool. I can move back to these buttons right here and create the second one. This is a little too big. So I'm going to just scale it a bit on the x-axis. That's cool. So I'm going to come to the front view right here. And with this vertex selected, I can duplicate and bring to this side. Extrude outward, bring this down here, bevel those vertices, but I have to clamp it because they're already intersecting each other. So you can select this entire loop and ES finally. So I can just bring this up, scale it, bring this to this side, select this, bring this to the side, select this, let's bring this down here and then down. Scale on the y-axis and resolve that to 0. So this is cool and nice. I'm actually getting a better result than I expected. So I'm just going to come to the front view right here, and I think, yeah, they're approximately around the same area. So I can just come to this vertex right here, duplicate another one, then extrude along the x-axis. Let's extrude to this point, extrude to this point, extrude right here, and I'll complete the extrusion. And then with this first selected, I can just fill. Or let me separate the selection first. So I can F to fill out that space, and I can just extrude on the Y, and we have our basic shape. But the thing now is that it doesn't fill out this space. So I'm just going to scale it out and just take some artistic liberty to fill out this space a little bit more. So I'm going to bring this here, bring this to this side, fill out the space, and make sure that everything is proportional. So I think this is cool. What I want to do is create this bend right here. If you notice, you will see that there's a bend, there's a curve. So I'm going to select this GG on the Y. I don't like the joining here. This place looks really weird. So I'm just going to select this and move. Let's model from the other side first. So I'm going to go to the other side of the Y axis. And with this, I'm going to Alt H to bring this back. I'm going to care less about that one. I'm just GZ. So this is nice. This is cool. What I want to do next is I probably want to go back here and bring back all the mesh that we have disabled. And for this, I want to align this two, right? This right here. I want to align to this. So I can select this and this and I can just GZ lightly. I'm eyeballing this right now, and I'll GZ this also lightly. And what I want to do is just arrange all of this to line up with this edge right here. So I can select this and bring this down to this side, bring this down here. I can select the edge again so I can see what I'm doing. I can deselect all of this and then bring this down to this. Let me deselect all these things and bring this down to this side, deselect and bring this down to this side. So I can just do the same for this right here, the same for this. What does this look like? This looks horrible, but let me go to the top view and see if I can get a better lineup of this. So I can GY, so I can just come to this edge, select this, duplicate that P, and then once I select this edge, I can just come on here and just extrude outward like this. And then I would go to the top view, select that edge and GY. So it's going to bring all that edge out. Let me just do this. GY, just everything all out. So this is cool. This is nice. What I like. So I'm just going to come to the side view again, and I can E on this side right here. I can select this, and then I'll just start bringing it down right here. Just bring it down. Let's occupy the entire base. 1 hour 3 minutes. Man, I don't want to do Blender tutorial of 2 hours. Certainly not. So I don't know how I'm going to do this, but let's just keep going. I think I'm going to do a lot of work with the editing. So I just want to select this. Let me bring this out to this edge. Let me put in 3 on this side first. Right? I have 3 on that side. So what I can do is just select this edge right here and just extrude here, and then just rotate around the active elements. So I can bring this down, G, and I think we have a good edge right here. I can select this too and maybe join it so I can start connecting our surface with F. I can bring another F here. So let me just bring this down to this side. I don't want to add a loop. I don't want to add a loop to this side. So what I do, if I don't want to add a loop, then I probably want to remove a loop here. So I can select this. This is a very big face. Too big. F. So let me see what it looks like on this side first. I think it's cool. So I'll just take this and measure at last. Let me see how it connects first, so I know what I'm doing. I think it goes all the way through. So this is pretty much what I've been trying to achieve. So this is cool like this. So the inset starts from here and it goes all the way down to this side, and we can just extrude along. No, let me do it without the subdivision so I can see what I'm doing. Extrude along normal softly, extrude along normal largely, and extrude along normal softly again. So I think that's cool with that. There's a sharp edge right here. So we can just select this edge, bring this up on the Z-axis, and I think with this selected, we can just bevel this edge lightly like this, and we can have this edge right here. You can see the edge right here. So what I want to do is just select this edge, GG, to bring it out, spread this out a bit so that the bevel becomes looser at the end, and I can delete this edge. So we have something cool right here. The only thing is I need to clean up what's going on here. So I'm going to switch to this, switch to our face select mode, and then select this 3 and delete the face. So this is cool, this is tight, this works. I can remove this, then maybe just join all of this together. I think they're already together. So maybe I will select this 4, fill those faces, select this, fill those faces. That's cool. Then maybe I want to join this to last, and then maybe I want to fill. I think this is a good joining. Something I want to do is select this face, P, lose those out, and then add an edge loop to tighten this up. I'm not really sure how to construct this, and this is supposed to be seamless part. Okay, let me do it like this, like this, like this, like this. Actually be the simplest part that will be frustrating. Okay, this is cool for now, but I'm going to come back to that. I can just connect this like so, Alt D to bring that back. And what I want to do is go to the top view, select this edge. I can duplicate and then reselect them. So with this right now, I can fill this face, fill. So in the edit mode, I can now start rearranging so I can get this detail right here. So I can just GG along like this. I can GG on this side, line this up properly right here, GG. So these vertices are good, they're well, they're deleted. I'm going to insert, go to my top view. I think the insert is good, and I'm going to E on the Z axis, straight Z axis. I'm not going for the local Z axis, easy Z on the Z axis. This is nice. I'm going to come over here, bevel this like this. So we have this selected. I'm just going to insert, easy Z again, Z, and ZZ lightly. So that's cool. Something I want to do is just create the buttons. I should have done that on the fly. So I'll select this, duplicate P, and with this I can just I can extrude on the Z axis. So with this I can just create an insert and just hold this on this side, move this outward, and with this selected I can just GZ, shade smooth. I think this is cool for that button. And with this I can come back here, select the faces again, and I can duplicate that P. Then I can I extrude along normal? Yeah, I think I can extrude along normal. I'll come to the side view, see what that looks like. I think that's a bit high, so I'm going to bring that down a bit. Or I think that's okay. I don't need to be too precise. E, and then I can tighten up on this side also. I'm going to select this face right here, bring in 3D cursor. I'm going to bring in a cylinder, and the cylinder selected, I'm going to RX 90 degrees, scale that down, and GZ, SY. I want to bring in some two holding loops first, just so I can create this edge and this edge right here. And for the faces right here, I'm going to do a select, then check out the select, this point right here. So we're just going to extrude lightly, and then scaling, and then let's bevel. Whoa, 1 hour 30 minutes, that's crazy. So I'm going to, let me come to this view right here, select this, SY, right? And maybe I want to add a loop right here and another right here, and with these faces selected I can extrude lightly, then extrude again along the more. So that's cool. I'm going to select this loop right here, this loop, and just bevel that. And you would notice, let me look for something I can see the scroll properly. So there is an insert here. I'm going to bridge this bridge. I think the bridging is okay. What I just want to do is add an edge loop right here and just bevel outward like this. But before I go too far, I want to add another edge loop right here, then an edge loop right here. Select this edge, bevel, and then maybe I want to extrude along the more like this. I think I need to save a copy of this, so let me just create a version. version 1. And let me just start tightening things up. So for this edge right here, I'm just going to create a bevel and tighten that like so. Let's create another one. And then maybe, can I create an insert here to tighten that? Nope. I don't want to create a loop right here because I know it's going to, okay, it doesn't disturb the surface. So that's cool. That's nice. I'm going to tighten on this side also. So what I want to do next is select this, Control B, bevel. I want to see if the bevel matches. I think that almost the same width on the bevel. This also should be bevel lightly, so I'm just going to bevel this. That's calm, that's good. This also, let's just bevel lightly, just slightly. So I want to select this loop right here and just create the bevel. So with that made, I'm just going to come to this edge, and this, I'm going to select these outer ones also and just bevel that like so. So this is cool. I'm just going to shade smooth. Maybe I want to select this, easy, then easy again. This is not just slotting in properly. So I think I want to take some artistic liberty to move things around. So let me just move it here, remove proportional editing. Can I move this a little bit more to this side? Right here. It's warm. I think for this, I want to dissolve this edge and this edge, so I can maybe dissolve this also. Or no, maybe not dissolve that. Go to the top view. I can select this edge, and maybe this edge. And in the top view, I can GY like this. And then maybe select this and just move it in here like this, SY0 and GY. I think there are a few things I need to model. I will just model out of the camera and then maybe come back to camera when it's time for a material setup. It's hours. What's the time? It's 10:30 and it's still at work, so I need to get home. So it's about 11:38 and I need to just do a quick texturing. I'm still going to polish this and clean it up, do some wireframe render that I can upload later, but I just want to do some texturing before I end this video. So I have a quick texture setup right here. So I'm just going to come to this surface and I'm just going to start texturing these things one by one. I think the first texture I want to introduce to this is this rough texture outside here. So I'm just going to add this and bring in black first, but I think this has a high roughness, so I'm just going to increase the roughness. And what I want to bring in, I want to bring in noise texture that I can use to affect the normals. So I can just bring in a bump between those right here. And now we can switch this from generated to object so that we have more uniforms noise, and then we can increase this. I think this is okay. Then I'll bring the distance to 0.2 and strength to maybe 0.2 also. So let's just see how this noise texture is playing. Don't increase the roughness also. Let me see. No, I think roughness is cool. Specularity has to go down. Okay, that's nice. Something else I want to do, I want to add animation to this area right here. So I'm going to bring in the texture we just created, Logitech. And I'm going to drag this texture right here. So with this, I'm going to just affect the emission alone. So I can project from view right here. And with this, I can rotate 90 degrees and just put this right here. So we'll see how that looks. We'll connect this to the emission and see what that looks like. Okay, maybe I reduce that a bit. Okay, that's cool. Something else I want to work on is this loop right here. So I'm just going to select the loop. That is a really shiny color, so I'm going to select the entire insert right here. I'm going to select these two also, and I want to create a new material for them. This will have really low roughness. I'm going to reduce that. I'm going to assign that color, and let's see what that looks like. I don't know why it's showing white, and I think the reason why it's showing white is because I set it as white. So I'm going to reduce that color. So I think after this, I'm just going to finish it up and close the tutorial. This is already a really long tutorial. So I think for this, I'm going to assign the shiny color to it. And I'm going to round this up, share with you guys later. This is a really long tutorial. I think I did well over an hour, 30 minutes, close to 2 hours. So that's it, guys. So long, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.